Hi everyone. In the previous episode, I mentioned a quality called attitude. I also said that this critical factor will decide the quality of your executive life, not only your executive life, even your personal life. Attitude is very, very important. There is a quotation, your attitude will decide your altitude. How high you go in your career, in your life, will be decided by your attitude. What causes a behavior? For example, a person is standing in the queue to check out his groceries. There is a delay at the counter. There are many people standing, maybe there are a couple of counters. Watch how everybody is behaving. Or there is a traffic jam and lot of cars are stranded. Watch the behavior of every person. Or a traffic is going in a smooth way. Watch how another person overtakes you. Or there is a no entry board. Watch how people respect that no entry. Right? Next time when you go for a wedding or some reception and dinner is served, watch how people behave. You can see various patterns of behavior. Right? In the cash counter, I was mentioning, you could find a person shouting, getting restless, or another person complaining, a third person returning, putting back the grocery he collected back to the shelf and walking out. In the traffic, you will find people honking the horn, getting restless, shouting at people. There are people who make so much of sound in a two-wheeler, wee. These are all attitude. These are all behaviors. In the wedding, dinner, lunch, what you see outside a person is behavior. But then what causes a behavior is attitude. Supposing I have the attitude of patience, attitude of being considerate, I will wait for the queue to move. I will wait for the traffic to move. I will wait for the queue in the lunch buffet counter to move. Maybe I will engage in a conversation with friends and relatives. In this, there are two aspects. What you see a person doing is behavior. What you don't see, which causes the behavior, is attitude. Please understand. There are two aspects to a person's personality. His brain function as seen from his behavior. Because the brain controls the body. The brain is responsible to what you speak and how you speak. And how you drive the car. A brain dead person will not be able to use his limbs. But what makes him to behave in a particular way is caused by attitude. I hope I am making myself clear. So there is a brain function, there is a mind function. And they are connected. Attitude is mind function. Behavior is brain function. So I hope I am making it clear. Take a look at this picture. I got it drawn by one of my artists long ago. It's a horse driven cart. What is missing in this? Nothing is missing. There is a horse, there is a wheel, there is a horseman. He has got a whip in his hand. Supposing you want to get into this, to travel those days, in fact I drew it about 30 years ago when such horse-drawn carts were available in a village, and I was living in a semi-urban area. We had this. This vehicle has got all the parts. There is a horse, there is a wheel, there is a cart, there is a cartman, but will you enter? Because the horse is in the opposite direction. This is a metaphor I use. When your attitude is not supporting your job. In life, you have to produce certain results. There is no escape. If you are a salesman, you have to book orders. If you are a production manager, you should get production. If you are a cab driver, you have to take the passengers safe to the destination. You have to create an outcome. And in the process, how you go, how you drive, how you get works done is decided by your attitude. Your mind function will decide your brain function. Your mind function consists of your attitude, your emotions, your feelings. If you have a restless attitude, you will get angry. You will shout at everybody, and this is not going to help you. A simple definition of attitude, I am going to read it for you. An attitude is an individual's characteristic way of responding to an object or situation. It is based on the individual's experience and his or her interpretation of the situation resulting in such a behavior. I will put it as a slide so that you can make a note of it. Read it. An attitude is an individual's characteristic way of responding to an object or situation. It is based on the individual's experience and his or her interpretation of the situation resulting in a certain behavior. So, underline the word individual's characteristic way. Same situation. If a driver is honking the horn, wherever there is a traffic jam, he will do the same. If another driver is patiently waiting, by blowing my horn, nothing is going to happen. He knows, and he will not do that unless and until there is a need. Unless and until he is sure that by pressing the horn only, the other man will move. It is based on an individual's experience and his interpretation of the situation resulting in a particular behavior. Okay? That means interpretation. Supposing I am waiting in the counter, waiting for my grocery queue to move so that I can check out. There is a delay. Supposing my mind tells me that person on the counter is wantonly doing it slow, I get angry because that is my attitude. Or maybe that counter salesperson has an attitude problem. Maybe the person is angry, person is not happy in the job, and so wantonly he is delaying. So it is an individual characteristic way of responding to an object or situation. Interpretation of the situation, and that results in a particular way. So I have given you a definition of an attitude. In the next episode, I am going to explain to you how attitude is very, very important and how attitude will decide your career. Because attitudes are central part of what makes a person a unique personality. Wherever you are, you will see some uniqueness in a person, and that uniqueness is not because of what he did or what he does. It is because of the attitude which makes him to do that way. My dear friends, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and press the bell button. And if you have got any comments, please post in the comment box. I will try to reply as soon as possible. And see you in the next episode. We'll discuss more about attitude in the episodes to come. All the best.